Namaste. Hi there, it's me, Stacey Lee, and of course, Miss Foxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. This session is one of my favorite yoga formats. I call it wall yoga because we'll actually be using a wall as one of our yoga tools. We can use this wall to assist some of our postures and also teach our bodies more about the posture. And today our focus is on flexibility. I think you're going to love this class. So you will need an open wall, just about this much space, okay? And if you have a picture hanging, some wall hanging, just take it down and be very mindful that there's a hook or a nail there. I want to make sure that you don't get caught on the hook. You'll also need a yoga block, and I'd like you to place this fairly close to the wall right now. A small hand towel from your kitchen or bathroom will help you stay a little bit more comfortable during our kneeling postures. And then of course, a mat, or you could practice on a carpet. If you're ready to get started, then just come back and lean on your wall. It's such a good sensation just to have your back against a wall and know that you're supported and stable and safe. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Point your toes forward so that your feet are parallel. And just lean back. Take a moment. Draw your tailbone down towards the floor and then engage your abdominals. And then move your rib cage onto the wall and widen your shoulders. Rest your arms against the wall. You could press your pinky fingers back. You don't have to push too hard. And lengthen your neck. And then roll your head to one side, pressing your ear towards the wall, and roll back to center, and roll the other way. Please continue rolling your head from side to side. Take your time and use a long, deep exhale once you arrive. Remember, you don't have to force anything. You just want to feel a little bit of a stretch. When your chin turns to the left, you want to press your right shoulder back. And when your chin turns to the left or to the right, you want to press your left shoulder back. And now return into the center, and I invite you to close your eyes. Inhale deeply and exhale. Now's the time for you to shift from your busy world out there to the quiet space in here with me. And if your eyes are closed, you're making the shift from your external environment to your internal landscape. You're noticing all the sensations of your inner body. You might be noticing your emotions. And as you take this time with yourself, say, congratulations, you showed up. The next 28 minutes are all about you. This is your time to focus on yourself. Inhale deeply, and a long audible exhale. Say, keep your eyes closed for 2 more breaths as you lean back into your wall. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now blink your eyes open. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders. And now stretch your arms up over your head. Press your thumbs into the wall behind you. And then slide your hands back down, touch your shoulders once again. So continue sliding up and down. Now, as you watch this video of me, you might notice that my hands leave your screen. But lucky for you, you've got 2 of us today. The real me and the reflection of me in the mirror. So if you're ever not sure of what I'm doing, please be sure to just check the video Stacey or the mirror Stacey. Okay, this time hold your arms up overhead. and open your elbows wide. See if you can bring your elbows to touch the walls. They might touch, they might not. And then slide your arms down. And then slide your arms up. Turn your palms in and then bring your hands down to your shoulders again. So reach up, open wide, slide down, slide up, mountain pose, hands to your heart, mountain pose, touch the wall, slide open and down, slide up, and let's keep the slides, practicing down and up. So maybe now you've got your elbows on the wall and maybe your knuckles are touching the wall. Let's do this one more time, drawing your shoulder blades together, opening your chest and your shoulders. And now turn your palms together, float your hands down to your thighs, and sit into a wall sit. And then come back up and hinge forward, knees slightly bent. Hinge back to the wall, wall sit. Slide back up, hinge forward. So make your spine long, abdominals engaged. Let's do that again. Lean back, lean against the wall, come down to a wall sit. This time reach your arms up if it feels good, chair pose. Hands back down, slide back up, hinge forward. Let's hold here. Reach for your block. And you can use your block at any height. So this is the lowest position and this is a little bit higher and higher still. So I'll keep my block on the highest position right now. And then bend your knees a lot, similar to your wall sit. And then as you come up, straighten your legs. So we'll bend and straighten. We're building some warmth and some heat as we lengthen your hamstrings. So this is called dynamic flexibility, when we move in and out of a stretch. This time, we'll hold our legs out straight as you can. See if you can just lift your toes and spread them out wide. Abdominals engaged. Soften your knees. Let's come up once again to a nice straight-legged position. If it feels good, you can lift your toes. And now left hand comes down. Turn your thumb towards the ceiling. Lift your arm up towards the ceiling and lower down. Let's do that again. Lift. And one more time. Press your thumb towards the ceiling and hand to your block. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. This time your right arm sweeps up and down and up and down. Last time. And down. Now soften your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and hinge back up and slide up the wall. Lean back. Inhale and exhale. Let's flow through that sequence. If your feet have migrated away from the wall like mine just did, then bring your feet back a little bit. Once again, reset, lengthen your spine, drawing your tailbone down to the floor, thumbs to your shoulders, reach up, mountain pose. Open your elbows up, snow angels down, snow angel up. Palms come in, sit down chair pose, slide back up, hinge forward, hands on your block, bend your knees, straighten your legs, do that again, bend and straighten, bend and hold. Two hands on your thighs, hinge back up, slide up the wall, lean back, Inhale and exhale. Okay, press your hands into the wall, lift your torso up, come a little bit closer to the wall, and then lean back again. Now place your right hand onto your hip and bring your left thumb towards your shoulder, just like it was before. Sweep it up overhead, keep your thumb on the wall, and then bend over to your right. Now you've got your hand on your hip, you can actually bump your hip over towards the left side of the room if that feels good. Continue to press your thumb into the wall if that feels good. And then, if it feels right on your body, roll your head so that your left ear comes closer to the wall. Now exhale deeply. And feel the stretch from your fingertip down to your hip, down to your left foot. Bring your hips back, slide back up to center, and sweep your arm down. All right, left hand on your hip, right hand on your shoulder, so thumb on your shoulder, and reach up, press your thumb onto the wall. Let's slide over to the side. Now bump your hip over to the right. And then if it feels good to you, roll your head up so that your right ear is closer to the wall. Inhale. Exhale. Slide back up to the center and sweep your arm all the way down. Okay, now push yourself up the wall. And I'd like you to lift your right arm up. Okay, now keep your right arm up. I'm going to switch arms because I'm the opposite of you right now. Keep your right arm up and turn towards the wall. So I'd like you to keep this 90-degree angle, okay? So keep your elbow in line with your shoulder and your hand up the wall, and then take small steps towards your left side. Okay, so right arm is up, you're facing the left side of the room, look down at your ankles and squeeze your ankles together. And then make sure you've got about 6 inches between your hip and the wall. And now you can very gently sink your hip onto the wall. And you've still got that elbow up there. You could place your hand on your hip, or you could wrap your arm around your body. You'll feel a deep opening in your chest. And if this stretch is much too strong for you, then you can just simply come closer to the wall. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Relax your outside arm down. Reach your right arm all the way up the wall. Step away from the wall, and now walk under your arm like you're walking under an umbrella. And now you'll bring your ankles together again and bring your hand back to your hip. And once again, it's a deep side body stretch, so bump your hip into the center of the room. And this time you're pressing onto the wall. You should feel your whole side body opening up. Okay, soften your hips. Keep your right arm overhead and then lean onto the wall. You'll drop your top arm down and you'll feel a nice deep tricep stretch. So you lean your shoulders back and just lean onto the wall. If you'd like to add on to the stretch, then your other arm will come underneath you and your palm will face the wall. And if it feels good, you can turn your head towards the other side of the room, so away from your lifted arm. Okay, soften your arms now. Roll your shoulders out. Okay, now I'll do the same sequence with your left arm. Okay, so you lift your left arm up and now turn towards the wall. I'm going to mirror you, so I've got the same arm as you. So left arm up, 90 degrees. You want to make sure your elbow is in line with your shoulder. And then you take small steps towards the right side of the room. And the closer you are to the wall, the gentler the stretch will be. Okay, so I'm about 6 inches away from the wall. And once you've gotten your ankle bones touching, so then you'll sink your hip onto the wall, and wow, that's when you'll get your shoulder and chest stretch. And if you'd like to, you can wrap your right arm around your body and gaze over your shoulder. Inhale deeply and exhale. Relax your outside arm down. The arm that's on the wall will simply stretch up overhead. And push your hips away from the wall and then walk underneath your arm like you're walking under an umbrella. You'll bring your hand to your hip and step away from the wall. And now you'll use your hand to bump your hips in towards the center of your room. A deep breath in and a long exhale. You could turn your head up if that feels good to you. So when we're not practicing with the wall, this is a modification of our half moon pose in yoga. Okay, start to stand upright. Keep your same arm overhead. And I believe right now you've got your left arm up, right? Your left arm up, correct? All right, so then you'll fold your left arm just like this with your hand on your upper back. And then you'll lean against the wall. And your other arm will come underneath you. And then turn your head towards the left side of the room. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Congratulations. You just stretched your shoulders and your chest. You opened up your heart space. Okay, let's soften both of your arms. Roll your shoulders back a few times. You can move your block out of the way. And I'd like you to place your left foot next to the baseboard of your wall. So your pinky finger or your pinky toe, your pinky edge will be right against the wall, and you'll hold on to the wall and then take a few big steps out to the side and then pivot your front foot and bend your front knee. So now we've got this nice wide warrior posture. And you've got your hand on your wall so you can really regulate and adjust yourself. So come down nice and low. And with your fingers on the wall, I'd like you to align your 2 shoulders on top of your 2 hips. That might feel like a big twist, more than you typically feel when you're on your mat without the wall. Now bring your hands to your heart, elbows high, and twist towards your front leg. And then twist back to center. Front leg and center. Front leg and hold. And open your arms up overhead, the warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms out, touch the wall again. The warrior 2. Thumb up. Continue to press into the wall behind you. And now reach up, the peaceful warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Now your front arm cartwheels down to your thigh and take a big stretch from your fingertip down to your foot. Extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms open, turn your toes center. Hinge forward. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge back up. Let's flow again. Front toes forward. Lunge. Shoulders stack. Hands to heart. Twist front. Arms overhead. Warrior one. Open up. Warrior two. Reach up. Peaceful warrior. Cartwheel forward. Extended side angle. Cartwheel up. Pivot your toes. Hinge forward. Hinge up. Now keep your hand on the back wall and push into the wall as you bring your inside foot off the wall for your dismount. Bring your hands to your heart. Deep breath in. A long exhale. Now let's practice the same sequence facing the other way. Pardon me for putting my back to you, but I'll be looking at you through the mirror, okay? All right, so this time your right foot, pinky edge against the wall. And bring your hand to the wall and take some big steps. And then you'll pivot your front foot. Now your hand is on the back wall and you adjust your shoulders over your hips. Once you've got that sensation in your body, bring your hands to your heart and twist forward towards your front leg. And center, and forward, and center. This time hold in front and reach up, the warrior one. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms out, the warrior two. Keep your thumb up. And now lift your arm up overhead, the peaceful warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Cartwheel your front arm forward, place it on your thigh, and stretch over, extended side angle. Cartwheel your arms back, turn your toes, and hinge forward. Abdominals engaged. You could keep your knees slightly bent and hinge back up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Hand to the back wall. Pivot your front leg. Let's flow again. Come down. Hands to heart. Twist front. Reach up, warrior one. Cartwheel your arms open, touch the back wall, warrior two. Front arm reaches up, peaceful warrior. Cartwheel forward, one hand on your front thigh, extended side angle. Cartwheel your arms again, arms wide, pivot your center foot, hinge forward, hinge back up, and now push into the wall. Take your foot into the center of your mat, stand tall, inhale, and exhale. Now we're going to move down to the floor. So you could place one hand on the wall to assist you as you lower down onto one knee and then the other knee. I'd like you to place your feet against the wall. So you'll reach back and take your toes and sweep your toes so that they're on the mat. And the sole of your feet, the soles of both feet are on the wall. Now, if that's too strong for you, of course, you can soften or not use the wall for this next exercise. If you've got your towel handy, you'll place it underneath your knees for a little extra cushioning. It's It's not mandatory. And then walk your hands forward so that you're in a tabletop. So now you could feel the support of the wall behind you. I'd like you to engage your abdominals and hover your knees off the floor. This is typically called the bear pose. And then lower down. Bring your hands to your thighs and help yourself up to a kneeling position. You could shake your hands out, work into the webbing of your hands. Reach your arms forward, and now your left arm will bend and touch the wall. A nice gentle twist here. And now reach forward. Now same thing with your right arm. Twist back. And return to center. And now make a V with your arms. V like victory. Exhale, press your hips forward and reach your thumbs back. Maybe you'll touch the wall. Maybe you won't. Relax the muscles in your jaw and in your brow. And now lift up and sweep down. Let's repeat that little flow a little bit faster. Bring your hands down to the floor. Open your fingers very wide. Exhale, press your knees up off the floor. Engage your abdominals. Lower your knees back down. Walk your hands to your thighs. Come back up. Engage the muscles of your seat. Reach your arms forward. Pull through with your left hand and place your hand on the wall. Feel that deep stretch through your torso. Ooh, feels so good. Bring your hand back to the front and focus on your deep flexibility as you twist towards the right. And return to center. V like victory. Let's open up our chest. Reach up and bring your hands down to your heart. All right, good for you. Now, bring your hands down to the floor, and it might feel really nice to walk your feet away from the wall and then just tap your feet out a few times. If you kept your foot folded, your feet folded that whole time, then you might have started to cramp a little bit in your feet. That's totally normal. The more we work on your feet, the better condition they'll be in. So if it helps to just tap them out to bring the blood flow back into your feet, you should do that. All right, and now we're going to get upside down. So, and I'll let you know right now that I'm going to end the class with our legs up the wall, which is a very restorative, relaxing position. And I'd encourage you to stay there for 3 to 5 minutes after the video ends. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do now is to show you the kind of the safest way to get your legs up the wall. You'll move over to the side and then you'll slide down onto your side. And as you roll onto your back, you'll kick one leg up the wall and then the other leg up the wall. And that's the same way you'll get down with this little cartwheel action, up and up. And once you've got your legs up the wall, then you'll just adjust yourself. And it's really common to feel a little bit clumsy as we do this. So, yeah. So once you get your legs up there, shake them out a little bit. And then bring the soles of your feet together and slide your feet down. For a butterfly pose, this is such a nice hip opener. Place your hands to the insides of your knees and give a gentle press towards the wall. A nice long audible exhale. And now slide your hands underneath your legs and help your thighs back up the wall. Once your legs are almost straight, then flex your ankles really hard. So press your heels towards the ceiling and spread your toes out wide. And press and press and press, and then soften. Let's do that one more time. Ready? Press your heels up. Spread your toes wide. And now soften. This is legs up the wall, and it's such a relaxing posture. It minimizes swelling in your ankles. It helps calm your entire system. So I encourage you to stay here at least 3 minutes after this video ends. You could place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on top of that and take a deep breath in and a long exhale and say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for spending time focusing on your physical body, focusing on your breath, focusing on quieting your mind. Self, you're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you are moving in the right direction. It was my honor and privilege to be your guide today. I hope you had a positive experience, and I look forward to doing this again soon. Until then, stay happy, stay healthy. Namaste.